what do we got here? So we have a list of those gacha games. I think I played about like a quarter of it. I know some of my friends used to play these. AFK Journey. It's big amounts, holy shit. I do know that I think I played a little bit of it, but it's so heavily PvP based too, and this is how big the revenue is. So green means it's doing well, while red in code means like it's not doing so well. Oh, it was AFK Arena. I'm being retarded, I'm sorry. I used to play AFK Arena. I've heard of AFK Journey, but it has been recent. FGO, it's pretty odd. Yeah, surprisingly. Well, it is a fate in the title, so. I've not really kept up with FGO. I think I stopped playing for like past few years. Falcon Battle, I know that game is still. Zenless Zone Zero is one of those Hoyoverse games that came out recently, and then all of a sudden it's starting to plummet. Oh my goodness! Even Wuthering Waves, and even though it came out like a few months ago, and now it's like not doing pretty well. Even Honkai Star Rail. Nikkei, I know a few friends of mine played, but I have a few friends of mine that are Granblue players that play multiple gachas at once, which is including the Hoyoverse stuff. So, Uma Musume. Oh wow. So, hold on. Uma Musume is like last month is like here, and then it's actually doing pretty well. Arc Knights is doing pretty well. Blue Archive, I still play it, which is the global one, which is unfortunate. However, it seems to not be doing pretty well now in the red. Even though I just play it like casually as Blue Archive, it's just oh shoot, my bad. Sometimes the clicking can be pretty sensitive. The Miku game went down pretty steep. Let's see. Azur Lane, I used to play it, but the gameplay is pretty simplistic. However, Azur Lane, well, Kumar game in a sort, it is still doing pretty well. Going from this up by 1 million. Fire Emblem Heroes. I don't know why it's green, because it's still the same number. But I know Fire Emblem Heroes has a PvP. Yeah, Azur Lane is just... gameplay is so simplistic enough to where now it's just buying skins. Epic 7. Okay, Battle Cats is pretty fun. But I used to play it, but this game, it went from up by 200,000, which is reasonable. Epic 7, I used to play for a while, and then I got bored of it. PvP is extreme, requires you to put a lot of investment, but it went down quite a lot. Pretty crazy. Blue Archive seems to be not doing so well, even though like I play it mainly for like game's too simplistic and to where I just don't really do much. Pokemon Masters. I used I used to play it. I think the game, if I recall, is doing adding more kill wells and shit. It's like an esport for whales and E7. Yeah, Epic 7 has a lot where you're required to like to spend in order to keep up, which is Jujutsu Kaisen has a gacha. I didn't know that, but it's still in the green. Precone is another side games gacha that I used to play. They've been adding some changes to it, but it's still doing well. It has PvP to it too. Honkai Impact the Third. I'm not surprised. It went to the red. PGR, another game I played for like a week, then didn't really have the time. GBF, that's a good question. According, like, I think ever since like KMR stepping down, and then another like a new director or producer, per se, if you think about it, like there has been like Doom posting since then. Like for example, of the summer, special shit like this year where the freebies weren't as special compared to last year, and then there was some Doom posting. I'm actually curious about how the revenue really goes in this chart. Grand Summoners is still doing well. Wait, isn't Grand Summoners the one really old gacha game where you had to... I know Epic. I always thought Epic 7 in. I thought Epic 7 is what like they took the inspiration from Grand Summoner. Or was I thinking of a different game? I don't know. Atelier. That's another gacha. Well, it's a JRPG game, and now they got a mobile game version of it. Went down by a slight bit. Tower of Fantasy. It went still doing well, surprisingly enough. Aether Gazer. I don't have YouTube Premium, so I mostly get ads from my phone whenever I'm listening to podcasts, and most of the gacha ads are from popping up on YouTube, and I always get these, weeb gacha stuff, which is like, I think the only, if it's not Whitey CB games, showing up on the YouTube ad, then that's an ad I will never skip, because get premium fun, no regrets. I know few to several friends of mine wanted me to get premium, so it's like, yeah, I can listen to like music without having, and probably I guess with YouTube Premium means that I can save like a phone battery if I listen to podcasts and music like off with the phone off. So that's a pretty unique thing. It would be pretty crazy a YouTube Premium. You can like watch like all the movies. I know you can pay for like movies and DVDs online. That's actually pretty dope if I think about it that way. Holy shit. Limbus Company is a Korean-based gacha. Still doing well. Eversoul. Guardian Tales. It's another Wii game. It's not doing pretty well. I mean, I see the ads of it. Girls Frontline and Counterside. Those are the two gachas I heard of. Still doing well, surprisingly. Alchemy Stars, however, it dipped down pretty hard. Danmachi Isekai. That's wow. There's a Devil May Cry mobile game. I didn't even know that. ReZero. Damn, they're making more gotchas based off the anime, huh? Revu Starlight Relive. Oh my god, it dipped down hard. Holy shit. What the fuck happened over there? I mean, I think I played a global version of it back then. And then I didn't. Wow. That's fucking rough. Aster Tataricus? What the dude, what is look at this shit. That red right there, that ain't even good. I mean, meanwhile there's other gachas in green that are like it's trying to survive here and there. Oh my god. That's fucking wild. I remember the one discussion I had with someone when it comes to like, so I made a really like weird, like, you know, random dumb opinion where I said gacha boycott is equivalent to brainworms. And someone replied to me and said, you know, he does agree with what I said, but he said that he quit gacha games because the gacha games they pull is like, it can be scummy. It's like, while I get his counterpoint, a lot of the times, the reason why gacha games like these do this is they're trying to like pull a business. They're trying to keep players, you know, to buy to like, you know, to keep it, you know, keep playing. But you know, I digress. Blue Archive, which is pretty dipped down, pretty hard. Dragon Ball Legends. This is actually pretty rough. Like, even Wuthering Waves, it just plummeted pretty hard too, and I wonder what's going on within the Hoyoverse business. Male-only gotchas. Alright. I guess I've looked through enough from here. I didn't even know Girls Frontline 2 had a sequel, and it's still doing pretty well. Yeah. What the fuck is Cat Fantasy? Well. Dragon Ball Legends isn't legendary after all. Ain't that a truth? Like, what is going on from here? Look at it. Let me look at it again. Yeah, that's rough. And then meanwhile, when you have like other gachas that are like trying to hang by the thread, and it's like it's plummeting down like extremely hard. Like, part of like whenever I see stuff like this, when it plummets down pretty hard, for example, from like 210,000 to 25,000, it looks like part of me thinks like when you see the red that plummets hard like this, it's like it's a sign of end of service. Unless they pull like something like bias to survive by a landslide, then it ain't gonna happen. But outside of that, like even there's like Hoyo games that are like in the red, like yeah. But it's pretty crazy. Like Zenless Zone Zero, like it plummets down hard, but it's like, well, yeah. If it's still in the millions, there's still gonna be the amount of Hoyoverse player base is huge. So because I think I lost count of Hoyoverse games like after like 5 worth. So either way, it's still making millions regardless. Well, it was a pretty interesting chart. Did I hear Nasu is cucking FGO? Damn. Collabing Fate Stay Night with HSR. Oh yeah, I've heard about it. They announced the collab. The collab. Dude, the quote tweets and like the replies on Twitter is pretty amusing to watch. Oh, dude. Now we have the battle between Hoyoverse and Fate fans now. And then but you know, there's actually some normal people that be like, hey, this collab is actually pretty interesting. And the rest are just the screaming at each other. Crazy.